Welcome to the Ministry Pivot Podcast with Russell St. Bernard, a podcast designed to assist leaders as they seize the season of opportunity by pivoting toward it. Let's get started with today's episode.
Hey family, Reverend Russ, back again with another Ministry Pivot. Super excited that you all decided to join and get back on, whether it's today, whether it's tonight, wherever you are, whether you're in the gym, whether you're driving, or you're sitting looking at this pivot or just listening to this pivot. Super excited that you decided to join us here at ministrypivot.com, Ministry Pivot Podcast. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share, to subscribe. Again, I'm Reverend Russ. You can follow me as well. Just super excited about all that we've been able to do here and the interactions that we've been able to have and those that have been able to come to your business or come to your office or even come to your church and be able to lead. That's been super cool in the past couple months, actually even into last year. Super cool about that. But excited about looking at what I'm calling trending thoughts for 2025. And these were just three thoughts that I shared. And so this is installment number 3. If you didn't hear the first one, please go back and listen to why leaders are important. And then last time we talked about why your reach strategy is important. How do you pull people in? How do you get them connected? And today we're going to talk about, today or tonight, however you're listening to this or watching this, we're going to talk about why your stickiness strategy is important. We're going to talk about what sticky means. Well, before we get into that, again, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of the things here so that we can continue to grow this platform, continue to grow this audience. But also, don't forget that my wife and I, Erica St. Bernard, we're going to be doing a We Over Me half day coming up in just a couple weeks now, coming up in April. The first Saturday there in April, we're going to be doing a We Over Me half day event for all married couples, for all even engaged couples. We're going to be sharing and teaching on some principles and points of what it means to have a marriage that is centered not on yourself, but on the collective, that's centered on the union that God has created, or that's centered on the union that God is creating. And so how do you live in a marriage? How do you activate in a marriage that is focused more on the total unit than you just by yourself? And so my wife has awesome points that we'll share. I have some things that I'll share for what that looks like on from a male perspective, but also the husband perspective. And then also we'll talk a little bit about, and I didn't say this in previous, but we are going to talk a little bit about how strengths work. You all know that I'm a Gallup strengths coach, and strength coaching is not just in the office environment, but it is also in your marriage environment, in your relational environment. And so all of the ways that you are who you are. And so Erica did her strengths, I did mine. We'll have a little team grid that we'll talk about during the session. And those couples that want to be a part of that and want to do that, we'll do a separate strengths date later in the year. But definitely want you all to be a part of that. And so don't forget, if you want to be a part of the We Over Me half day, all you have to do is text the word marriage to the phone number 954-539-0841. Again, that's 954-539-0841. One more time, 954-539-0841. And if you text the word marriage to that number, you will be able to get back information on the We Over Me half day. So super excited to see you all here in Maryland in just a few weeks, in the first Saturday in April. Super excited about that. I wanted to deepen and dive in again. I told you already, we've been talking about trending thoughts, and we talked before about leaders. We talked about your reach strategy, but now I want to talk about your sticky strategy. So there are books. I talk about books. There's one book, 2 books in particular that I think will help us with this. One is by Seth Godin. Seth Godin is a great author, great leader, a great thought provider, and he has several books. But one of the books that I'll just highlight here is a book called Tribes. And so in the book called Tribes, he's talking about how you lead tribes, but also talking about how tribes form by themselves, but tribes need leaders. And that is one of the ways that you can actually make your business, you can actually make your nonprofit, your church, you can make it more sticky by creating those groups. So Seth Godin is one book called Tribes that I want you to look at. But the other book is also a book by a guy named Larry Osborne, and that book is actually a church book. It's called Sticky Church, and in that book, he actually talks about and walks through how you make your church sticky. And one of the premises of that book is you do that through groups. Why is that important? The understanding that you spent the time on developing your leaders, you spent the time now on developing a reach strategy in several different lanes in several different ways, and you have new people coming in. How do you get those people to stick? It's a term that I use here all the time. Big shout out my senior pastor, Pastor Matthew Watley here at Kingdom Fellowship. But it's a term that I use all the time here is that we're trying to make the big things small. We're trying to make the large gathering into a small community. And the way you make things smaller, think about your household. You may have a family reunion. You may go every summer, you may go every winter, or you may go or may hope to go someplace with your family, and you may have extended cousins and nieces and aunts and nephews and all of those things. And that is your extended family. But your extended family comes together in small groups because your household unit is a part of the extended family. And so that is literally the premise or literally the thought that I want you to have when it comes to how do you create a sticky strategy. How are the ways that you can build your business? How are the ways that you can build your church? How are the ways that you can build your organization so that the new people come in get stuck? I don't know if you I grew up in Brooklyn, and we used to have no central air. So we had the windows open and we would have flies everywhere. And we would have those little fly strips. And the fly strips would be sticky on both sides and the fly would stick to it and they couldn't get off. Now, obviously, we're not trying to do that to people, but the point is intended. You put things in place so that you can get groups of people together, that they can build community together, and they're building community together around your brand, around your product, around your church. What does that mean? Glad you asked. So let's say you own a bike shop. Let's say you own a coffee shop. Let's say you are the leader of some organization and you have people who are coming in. What if you did a thing to celebrate their uniqueness as people together? What do I mean? What if you did a birthday celebration? What if their birthday may be in April? You know, April is the best month to have a birthday. And maybe their birthday is actually April 10th, just so if you want to do something on April 10th, which is a great day to celebrate somebody's birthday. But let's say if you want to celebrate all April birthdays and you just want to do it at your coffee shop, maybe you want to give them 5% off. Come on this day for all April birthdays, all January birthdays, all February birthdays, doesn't matter. But come this day and celebrate with your crew for the birthday. What you didn't do is you allow that group to form a community within your community. And then if you continue to do things that allow them to get more sticky, you continue to learn more about them, to learn what they're excited about, to learn what they're interested in, to learn what quote unquote fires their engine, then you'll be able to figure out ways to make it more sticky. Now, it's not just about your business, your product, your service, your church. It's actually about the community that they solve. It's about the community that they are involved in and how that community then is able to impact other areas of life, but also other areas of faith. If you are in the church world and you do life groups or small groups or Sunday school, allowing those moments to be the highlight moments, so that as new people come in, the very first thing they do is they say, man, I got to go join a group. I have to go be a part of this ministry. I have to go be a part of this community group. Maybe it's a birthday community group inside your church. But the point is, what you want is you want the loud, busy thing to now become more quiet, more still, smaller, so that people can then connect and help me. And let me help you here. As you do that, you'll be able then to hear more about what the individual people want, about what the individual people are in need of, about what the individual people are looking forward to, because now they're a part of this large group, but you're able to see what they like. And if you're able then to scale some of the things that they appreciate, to scale some of the things that they look forward to scale some of the things that they want to get involved in for the larger group, you'll actually be redefining and refining the product or service or business or the opportunity that people have, if you're in the church world, to get connected with Christ into a new way. And so really, I hope that made sense. I hope that you maybe have some ideas, but really my hope is, my prayer is that you understand that you have to develop ways in which you can make your business, your product, your service, your church make it more sticky. And one of the most impactful ways to do that is to create groups. One of the most impactful ways to do that is to create opportunities where they can serve. And maybe groups aren't just around community. Maybe groups are fully around serving. Maybe it's we're going to go serve this, or we're going to go do this, or we're going to go sponsor this school after we do a bike ride, or we're going to go sponsor this a child care center after we go have coffee and tea or something like that. Again, being able to make the larger things smaller is really how you get your team, is really how you get your new people that you just reached, is how you get them more engaged, more plugged in as a community, but also as a community to move forward with you. So hopefully that helped. Again, these are just some trending thoughts that I have, some trending things. I can't wait to share with you what's coming up next on Ministry Pivot, Pivot University, and all of those things. I have some interviews coming up that I'm super excited about. But again, as we move out of this first quarter of 2025 and we get ready for the rest of the year, I really believe that we need to be thinking about how we engage and invest in our leaders, how we engage and reach out to new people so that we can have a better reach strategy, and then how we make sure that the thing that we're doing, that what we're providing is more impactful so that people are stuck to it more, people are more interested, and then we'll be able to do more on behalf of what our vision, our purpose, our goals are. Again, thank you all for getting on a Ministry Pivot today. Don't forget to like, to comment, to share, to subscribe. Don't forget to invite somebody to join you for the next pivot. Of course, check out Pivot University. Check out the coaching on the website. And then again, I look forward, my wife looks forward, Erica, we look forward to seeing you for the We Over Me half day that we're going to do in April, the first Saturday. Don't forget that you can just text the word marriage to 954-539-0841. Again, that's 954-539-0841. Just text the word marriage and you'll be able to see and hear more about that conference, and that, well, really the half day. It's not a conference yet, prayerfully. It'll be that. But super excited about that and look forward to seeing what God is going to do in your life. Don't forget that this is your season of opportunity. All you got to do is pivot toward it. God bless.
That's it for today's episode of the Ministry Pivot. We hope you enjoyed listening and gaining some valuable insight. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss out on our future episodes. And if today's show has resonated with you, please leave us a review to help others discover our podcast. For more resources and updates, visit our website at ministrypivot.com. And be sure to join our email list as well as follow us on Instagram at Ministry Pivot. Thanks for joining us today, and we're excited to have you back next time for another insightful episode of Ministry Pivot. Stay connected, keep pivoting. We'll see you soon.